I'm Sunita Vazeen. I'm the director of Swami Shivananda Memorial Institute. First and foremost is an absolute need for instructors or trainers to train these children.
I'm Kiran Modi from Udayan Care. What we really need is more coaches to come forward. There should be football grounds available for them to practice in. They should be taught.
All right, we're at the Pullman Hotels here in Gurgaon. On the bench today, we've got a really cool guy. We spoke to him before. His name is Scott O'Donnell. He's the technical director for FIFA here in India. Scott, welcome to Total Football. Thank you so much for chatting with us today. So we spoke to you briefly before, but just as a recap for the rest of the viewers, just tell us what exactly your mission is here in India.
Yeah, originally it was I'm here for FIFA, helping the All Indian Football Federation set up academies across the country, something that's been neglected over the last 10 years or so. Mm-hmm. But since that time I've also been roped in to look after coach education for the AIFF and also looking after the grassroots programs as well. So it's an all-encompassing role, but it's something that needed to be done a long time ago, and I think that's why FIFA have decided to come in and help the AIFF try and put some academies in place, because it should be the role of the clubs to be doing that. They're not doing that, so the federation will try to lead the way, and then hopefully the clubs will take over.
Mm-hmm. How many clubs are there and where are they?
Well, the academies at the moment, we're a little bit behind schedule, but the first one opened in Navi Mumbai. That was in May last year. Then Poilan opened in September. We've selected the boys for Bangalore. They're also in Poilan at the moment because Bangalore is not operational as yet. Mm-hmm. Our under-13 academy started in Goa in February, and our elite academy, which is effectively our future under-19 national team, is also based in Goa at the moment. So we've got those academies up and running, and I'm really happy with the way things are going.
You were speaking about you're handling some coaches and stuff. What is the exact strategy? Because you've mentioned both ends of it. So are you going to focus on the under-17 team and make them go crazy and do the World Cup, or is it going to be coaches and the trickle-down effect? Yeah,
it's a combination. We just can't focus on one. Obviously, we're hoping that we're still going to get the under-17 2017 World Cup, which would be a huge boost. And the 2,000 born boys who are in Goa at the moment, they're the players who will be hopefully playing in that World Cup.
Right.
And we'll focus on that again this year, and maybe we'll have a national championships for the 2,000 born boys, and hopefully have 4 more academies opening up next year, but that depends on the World Cup. And also coach education. I'm really happy to say that all our coaches, all our staff at the academies are all Indian coaches, and they're all following the same curriculum, and they're all doing a good job, so it's great.
Yeah, essentially you're writing the script for football in India now. It must be quite a task.
Yeah, it is, but it's also very exciting. And I say to all the academy boys when they first join, I hope I can come back to India in 10 years' time, and they're all playing in the I-League, and and some of them will be playing for the national team. And if that's the case, then we would have had some sort of contribution to their development.
Absolutely. Now, if I'm a 6 to 8-year-old, I want to play for my country, I want to get involved in football. How do I do that? What is the exact procedure?
Yeah, it's a very good question. It depends on which state you are, you're living in, because some states are more active. Obviously, Bengal and Goa and Mumbai are very active in grassroots football. What we're trying to do at the All India Football Federation is set up grassroots programs all over the country. What we've got to try and do in the long run is have those grassroots programs running in every state in India. So, and it shouldn't cost much. It should be just an opportunity for boys and girls 6 to 12 years of age to go out there and play football and have fun.
Sure. How are you filling these academies? Is there some sort of recruitment system, or do you pay and you take part?
Yeah, no, it's all, doesn't cost the participants a cent. It's, if you're good enough, then you will join. Normally it happens through the national championships.
Okay. So
in Kalyani last year in November, we had 10 scouts down there watching the national championships, and we picked the best boys. We've had some issues in the past where we're not picking enough boys, but we're going for quality rather than quantity. So if the states don't send their best players, then it makes it difficult for us to pick our best our best boys. But the national championships effectively are the way that we select the players.
Okay.
And then we get recommendations from our other scouts all over the country. They will send me an email and say, I've got this little boy, he's a left-sided player, born in 1998, can we send him to the... So we invite these players for a week, 2 weeks. If they're good enough, then they can join the academy.
Grassroots is the key word over here with development of football in India. And you've got these academies, but they're existing academies which are already running a very successful program. Why have we gone ahead and opened up new academies when there are about 35 existing things? Why not just put an AIFF coach into them?
Yeah, well, we're trying to impose our philosophy on the players. So, and we're opening ourselves up. We've invited all the private academies to use our philosophy, to use our curriculum. I've written a curriculum, so there's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for 52 weeks of the year. They're free to use that if they want to use it. But the reason we've started it up was that it's not happening the way we want it to happen.
Right.
So we've got our grassroots philosophy. In the past in India, there was no grassroots programs. It was left up to the private academies, and they've done a great job. But everyone was doing their own thing. So there was no grassroots football. We didn't have a technical director. So the national coach, Bob, did his own thing because that was his job. And then the clubs did their thing. The national youth coaches did their thing. And everyone was working on, coach education was doing their thing. Now, everyone's working towards Rob Barnes' plan, the master plan of the philosophy now of what we're going to do. So when I'm not here and when Rob's not here, it's still going to carry on.
And our philosophy here for football, this plan that you have, now is it going to be a certain style you're going to model after, or are you going to make it up as you go to see how the players develop, or perhaps, because we have so many different states and it's so many different cultures, how do you cater to that?
Yeah, it's another good question. As you said, there's the characteristics of players. The Northeast boys aren't normally very tall, but they're very skillful and strong and solid. Part of Rob's, when he was writing the master plan, was to consult with previous national coaches, current club coaches, previous national team players, current national team players, all the stakeholders.
Sure.
And I mean, everyone would love to play like Barcelona. We're kidding ourselves if we think that's going to happen.
Sure.
Right? Barcelona play like Barcelona because that's been inbuilt in their philosophy at their academies. So we've thought that, yeah, mostly Indians aren't very big players, but if we're serious about trying to go up the rankings, then we've got to play a game that suits Indians. And I think a possession game is that. One of the criticisms in India at the moment is that we haven't got a creative player.
Sure.
National teams, all in the I-League, all the creative players are the foreign players.
So it's a fundamental mindset that you want to sort of put into all the people in the academies. Does that mean you have like the academy in Barcelona where it's almost like a boarding school where they go and they all live there and they work and eat together? Is that how it's going to be here?
That's how it is. We have a head coach, an assistant coach, a goalkeeping coach, a physio, a team, an academy manager and an assistant academy manager at every academy. Mm-hmm. And they vary depending on the facilities that we have available to us, but we try to give them the best food that they can have. The physiotherapist looks after them, the coaches do their coaching, we provide tutors for them. Some of the kids go to schools if it fits in with our academy program. So we're looking after the whole package of the boys, because I've stressed to the kids that, yeah, football's important, but we've got to be realistic and honest. Not all of you are going to make professional football. Mm-hmm. So we've got to look after your education as well. So education is vitally important, and it's an important part that AIFF consider as well.